In KI, we find that the solution to depression is expression, but not the kind of expression that you might think or expect if you're someone who is depressed, sad, hopeless, and lethargic. That depressive state is oftentimes a cover for buried anger. Whatever we repress and bury typically shows up on the surface of our lives as the opposite state, right? So people who repress anger show up as sad and depressed, whereas people who primarily repress hurt and sadness tend to show up as angry, irritable, or even aggressive. But either way, when we're in emotional repression, we'll present to the world with the suffering state that's the safest. And that's because when you're in anger repression, deep down, you're terrified to feel and express anger, but you won't know it because you'll be distracted by your sadness. And vice versa for hurt and sadness repression. You'll be scared at a deep level to feel and express hurt and sadness, but you won't realize it because you'll just think you're angry. So in order to effectively come out of or end depression, the solution isn't to get in touch with your sadness or to feel and express it. The solution is to dig down deep enough to where you can access, feel, and express your buried anger. And namely toward the parent that you had the most compromised relationship with, right? Which means the parent that triggers you the most. Because that's the relationship where you learned to repress your anger, right? Where you learned to be depressed. I usually tell anger repressors that I work with that if you can utilize the tools of emotional repression inquiry to the point where your body will allow you to express your anger to the parent that you least want to express your anger to, then game over for your depression. And the flip is true, of course, for a hurt and sadness repressor. If you can tell that one parent, right, or any authority that reminds you of that one parent consistently that you're hurt and you're sad, you're gonna be good. And the reason is because you're gonna become real again. Consistent, authentic expression of repressed, buried emotions via emotional repression work will resolve depression, anxiety, addiction, chronic pain, and tons of other forms of suffering. If you'd like to make a reality of this in your own experience, visit repressiontest.com.